Hi YouTube, this is Spo Felberg with the 3x3 tutorial. Regular 3x3, so you might as well just mix it up. And I forgot to mention in my last video that 2x2 was a V-cube 2x2. It was the 2x2B, which means that it was pillowed, which you could obviously see if you know what to look for in a cube like that. Just a regular, just mix up, whatever. This is just a regular Rubik's. Nothing special here with this one. The V-Cube 3 was just released, but I have a million of these, so I don't think I'm going to get one unless someone buys one for me. Alright, now with the 2x2 tutorial, I showed you how to kind of solve that first layer. You're going to want to do the same thing here. Now, you're going to see this, you're just going to want to solve this white side first. You can do any color you want, but I just prefer white first. It's just how I solve. So you're going to see here that you've got this white-green here. So you can turn it to the side to match it up with the green center and just tilt it up. Now you're going to see here that you've got a white-red. Tilt it up because it's already lined up. It's not always going to work like that. You see on this side now the white-orange does not line up with the green or with the blue. It doesn't line up because it's not blue. So this corner, don't worry about the corner. I'll show you how to do the corners later, or after this step. So you're going to want to turn, you're going to want to orientate this white here. You can turn it down and then turn it over, and it'll be matching with that orange, with still keeping those two there. And then just flip it in. Alright, now you're going to notice that this blue can't just be flipped up because it doesn't work. But there's two ways you can do this. You can either turn your orange back down, turn your blue over, turn your white back up. Now you've matched that in. So you can now put that in. Or I don't remember how I got it. I don't remember. Okay. Or, oh, there you go. Or you can do it the other way that I'm going to show you with the corners, or the way you did it with the 2x2, if you did that tutorial. What you're going to want to turn it to the side to where, because it's going to need to go here. So you can turn it to the side because it still needs to go there regardless of how this T is lined. You're going to want to move it out of that layer, because if you move it up... Oh, I guess we'll go in. Okay, that's fine. Good enough. Alright, now you're going to want to get the corners. These two corners are wrong because you can see that the orange or red-green and then blue-green or blue-red doesn't work right. So, same here. The green-orange doesn't fit with the blue-orange. So, you see here that I've got this blue-orange-white corner. And this is where I'm going to explain it. If I push that up into the corner where it should be, it's going to push everything else out of the layer. So what you need to do is you need to move it out of the layer. Move this one down. Move this back into the layer. And move it back up. So now you've got that in there. And you're going to want to do that for each one. So now we've got the white, green, orange that needs to go into this layer. Pull it aside. Pull this one back down, move that one over, move it back up. Alright, now we're going to do this one. Because the red, blue, white, and the white, green, red, it needs to be flipped. So move it out, move it down, move it back, move it up. Now the same for this last one. But there's one case I want to show you. In case it happens to you. Just disregard that movement. Okay. You're gonna have, it usually happens. You're gonna have this white that's stuck in the bottom, like on the very, very bottom. To move it out, you're gonna want to move it out of the layer you want it in, because we want it up here. So you're gonna want to move it out of the layer you have it in, turn this part down, turn those ones turn that one back so that now it's all lined up properly. And then you're just going to turn it up. And now you have the case that it was in before. So just move it out, turn it down, move it back, move it up. So now you've got this whole top layer solved properly. Now you're going to want to use the cube upside down for the rest of the tutorial. Now, there's a couple ways to do this. This is the way I do it. There's going to be 2 different ways to do this. You're going to want to put in these edges here. Now, the way I do it is a little different. You see here how this blue-red needs to be right here to match up with those. What I do on mine is I turn this one out. But there's going to be 2 cases. On this one, because the blue-red matches up right here the way it should, and if you look on this one, the green would line up on the right. You want it to line up on the left. If it lines up on the left, you're going to want to move it over one, and then do this. Right, up inverted, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted, up, front inverted, or sorry, front. So now that's tagged in and your white's right. Now, I don't have a case of the other one. Let me get a case of the other one real quick. That way I can show it and not have to make a second video on it. Okay. Alright. So you see how the blue lines up on the right now? You want it to line up on the left. Now that is wrong. It's not lined up on the left because it doesn't match. But you still want to do the same algorithm as before, but you do not want to turn it to the side this time. And you'll see why. When you go right, up inverted, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted, up, front. Now it's flipped that corner over, or that corner over, not corner, edge over, so that now you can do it to the side and just do it again. So you got right, up inverted, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted, up, front. So now that one's in, and that one's in, and your white is perfectly okay. Now you're gonna want to go to the next one, which is another case of this wrong side. So again, it's lined up on the right, and you're just going to do the algorithm. I have a habit of turning over the cube, but you don't have to. I'll show you what happens when you turn over the cube, or why I turn over the cube. It's because how I learned it, but the green row here now matches up, so you can turn it over. This, okay, and then back. So now you have this white here. The way I learned it is that you flip it over and then you fix the white, as though you were solving for the white side. Now, the algorithm I showed you, it's all the same. It's the same thing. It's just when you flip it over, it's just the mentality of fixing the white. You mess up the white, and then you fix the white. So it's just kind of that mentality. You don't have to do it that way. You can just do the algorithm. It's all the same. And now again, red, to the side, up, back, down, out, down, back, white's fixed. Now you're on to the last layer. So you got those 2 layers solved all the way around. Now you've got this problem. The V. You need the cross. So to get the cross, there's 3 different ways this can appear. But there's 3 different ways this can appear without getting the cross on a 3x3. if you can have it where it's just the center, where it's the V, or where it's a line. So the way I solve it is if you have the single and you do this algorithm, it's going to give you the V, which we have now. If you do it again, it's going to give you the line. And when you do it a third time, it's going to give you the cross. Just the way I learned it. It's one algorithm, you just keep doing it. And it's not a long algorithm at all. So if you have anything other than the V, a straight line going either way, a single dot, or a cross, there's something wrong with your cube. Either your stickers have been moved or your pieces have been flipped. If you have a small t, like a straight line and an extra, your cube has been altered somehow. And if you have that on a 3x3, as far as I know, it's unsolvable. So you're going to want to take apart your cube and then fix it. In a way, fix it, yeah. But to do this algorithm, it's front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, right. Or front, sorry, front inverted. So now you've got the line. Do it again. Front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted. See how you got the cross now? If I do it again, I get the V. Get the line. Get the cross. Alright? Now that you have the cross, now you need these edges to match up. So find one that matches up. You might have to turn the cube because it won't always do it. And you only want one to match up. If two match up, it's okay. I'll show you in a minute what to do if that happens. But you're going to want to do this algorithm. Right, up, right inverted, up, right, up twice, right inverted. It's going to move these, whatever color is facing you, the correct one, is the one that's not going to move. It's going to move, but it's not going to change in retrospective to the other three. The other three are going to revolve around the cube in a way that will orientate them once it's correct. I don't remember which way it moves. It moves one way, but just keep doing it. So right, up, right inverted, up, right, up twice, right inverted. See, now you've got the green, the red, the blue, the orange. Now, if you've got a case where there's two colors that match up, let's say these two were right and these two were flipped, so this would be blue and this would be red. Sorry, red and blue. You'd want to turn it so that, pretend this is a blue, this blue would line up and the other three would be wrong. And then you just keep doing it. And if you orient it, you'll figure it out. But yeah, if you just keep doing it, eventually you're gonna have only one that lines up. So now that you have that, this is gonna get to the second to last step. You're gonna want to orientate the corners. You see on this corner, this corner is correct. It's in the correct place, but it's not correct. Okay, you have the yellow face, the red face, and the green face. Yellow, red, green. It's in the right place. These ones, however, are not. So you're going to want to put this corner on your right, because you're going to keep this where it is. I'm going to go up, right, up inverted, left, up, right inverted, up inverted, left inverted. That, it doesn't look like it did anything at all, but it rotated these three corners around. So, do it again. Up, right, up inverted, left, up, right inverted, up inverted, right inverted, or left inverted, sorry. Now that's orientated, that corner's still the same. It's actually flipped that corner into the right place and flipped it up at the same time, which is useful. Same with this side. And this side's correct, but it needs to be flipped up. This is where the algorithm from the 2x2 comes in. Because now you go right inverted, down inverted, right, down. Down inverted, right, right inverted, down inverted, right, down. Down inverted, right, right inverted, right, down. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down. After you complete that set of moves, the right inverted, down inverted, right, down, you must complete all 4 before you turn this face, or turn this layer to the next edge. Down inverted, right inverted, down inverted, right, down, and you're done. See? Easy. Well, not so much easy, but once you get that down, it's pretty easy. And then you can learn to do patterns. Checker. Or per se flower. Or oops. Checkered flower. But yeah, that's my 3x3 tutorial. I hope it made sense. That's my second tutorial, and that's kind of my first one that's actually been a decent length. So, yeah, leave comments or whatever you want. Subscribe if you really want to. But yeah, thanks.